Oh, good morning, everybody. You caught me off guard a little bit. And I want to say good morning and welcome to our show. This mug is for you, meaning the coffee mug. And we got our coffee. Faye has heard. My wife, Faye, my lovely wife. Say good morning, lovely wife.
Good morning, lovely wife.
Well, that was good.
We already
Anyway, we
have.
want to welcome everybody to our show. This must be the place. Wait a
This must be
minute. That was the show I was on years ago.
okay.
This mug is for you. And we're here. We got a good topic today. We didn't write it down because we don't type anymore. So,
Well, we
but
don't.
our topic is, honey, tell them our topic.
The topic today is divine timing.
And you got an echo. Ooh.
How is it? Am I talking too loud right now?
No, honey, it's just you got an echo. It's feeding back. It's
So
like your monitor is feeding back or something.
I don't know what to do with that right now.
Okay. Good morning, Dan Lopez. Good morning, Dawn. How are you, Dawn? Good
And
morning, Kathy Hanley. Good morning, Richard Dearden. Good morning, my buddy Herbie. Kelly Durant, good morning. Travis, good morning. Linford, good afternoon, dear.
we are also being brought to you by our wonderful network. Roger, would you like to?
Yes. Oh, I forgot.
Little,
It caught me off guard.
yeah.
Anyway, we're brought to you live, right now, live, on the United Public Radio Network and also the UFO Paranormal Radio Network, 105.3 and 107.7 FM in the beautiful town of New Orleans. Narlands.
Okay. That
So
was
we're
done well.
here, I think. Not
Yes.
here, but we're here.
Good to see everyone come on today. That's fabulous.
Good morning, Lupita. Good morning, Joe.
Yes.
Good morning, Vanessa.
And we're talking about today divine timing. And since this is a conversational, show, we would like to know your input on your experience with divine timing.
Are you using your mic, honey, or no?
Everybody else says I sound okay. It's just maybe
Oh,
bouncing
that's
back to
weird.
you. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't care.
And I hope you guys are not hearing an echo. If we're just dealing with the echo, that's fine. But if you are
Linford
dealing
says
with,
that your sound is a bit low.
oh, okay. I don't know.
You have to do what we say in Spanish.
What is-
Arrímate, which means get closer.
Okay, well, I'm as close as I can get.
Okay. Good morning, Janine, or good afternoon. No, it is morning over there for you in Australia. Good morning, Nancy Moreno. Good morning, Mark. Richard says what? Okay, you said you like it.
Okay, so
That picture was kind of odd, Richard, because of the mere fact that I recognized some people in there. It just caught me off guard. Flaca Flo, good morning. We are here today. We're brought to you by Cheerios. What? Thought I'd throw that
it
in
would be
there.
nice.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? General Mills.
Yeah. So I'm going to speak a little louder, perhaps, and hope that's okay.
Hey?
We go through this at home. What'd you say? Huh?
Yep.
So divine timing. Divine
Yeah, that's our
timing.
topic today.
Have you
Divine
experienced
timing.
it? And we're really interested to know if that's true, or if you've experienced it, and what was it? If you would like to share, that would be fantastic. We have a couple of things that were definitely divine timing, and that
Right.
is when you've been guided by
By spirit.
by spirit, by
Yep.
angels, by maybe we should discuss what that means. It
Kelly,
means
thank you for sharing. Rachel Salinas, good morning.
Well, Flocka's very organized. She's got her
Yep,
notebook
she
and she's
always
already.
has her notebook ready.
I always have mine too because I never know what's going to happen. I have the, yeah,
She's
dates and
already
everything.
picked her number too, and I haven't even said I was going to do the cards.
Well,
Boom.
just in case, just in case. So yes, it's great to see all of you today. Honestly, very honestly great. And we had a little bit uh, of trouble on Paul's show on Thursday night, but
That was fun.
it was
Hardly I
funny.
never
I don't
had
know if you
such a
had a
good
chance
time.
to watch it, but it was a great experience for us because everything went wrong. But we had to go with it, and that was good for us. Yes, Dawn says everything happens for a reason,
You
lessons in
betcha.
everything, and they keep repeating until we get it. Yeah.
We want to welcome all those in New Orleans that are listening on the radio to us. If you ever want to connect, like you go home and you want to see if you can get on the show, I have two pages. One page is Roger Garza Sr., SR. So it would be Roger without a D, just Roger. The last name Garza. And I just put SR for senior. That's one page. The other page is Latino Psychic Visions. All you have to do is get on those and you'll probably be able to see us. You got some reading to do, dear.
I
Everything
do.
happens.
Thank you. I mean, so Dan says regarding his response to divine timing, I have had something to do and been delayed for some odd reason. But I think it was God delaying me because he saw something bad was going to happen to me, so he delayed me. That happens too. Absolutely. And then Nancy has said, keep Mary in your prayers. She should be on the road soon to Chicago. Also, my mom is in the hospital. Had to
Oh
get,
no.
so sorry to hear that. Had to get a blood transfusion and was dehydrated. Oh, poor dear. And so Dan's asking, would that be divine timing? Very well could be, you know, as far as being delayed. It is all perfect. Everything is a perfect when it comes to God and,
That's
and
right.
our angels and all the divine beings that are watching us and protecting us.
Did you read what Lynn put?
I'm going to do that right now. Lynn says, it's funny you are talking about divine timing. Last Mercury retrograde, my cooker packed up and my kettle. I had to buy a new one of both. Today in Mercury retrograde, my boiler broke. I now have to no hot water or heating until this time and next week. Wow. Well, okay.
The next one running a little bit lower on the heat, okay? I know we went to boil the water real fast, but just let it do its time
Yes,
so you
Amanda
don't
says
burn out the
she's
heating element.
so. Amanda says, "Oh, I missed your start. That's okay, and you're never late, as Don mentioned. All is perfect, and it's divine timing. Actually, everything. I mean, it's crazy what divine timing. I mean, I can look back and see where it really was an amazing experience. Uh,
Amazing.
it was amazing. I could look back and say, well, everything was perfect. Everything happened perfectly. I had nothing to do with the perfection. It was my guides. Oh, okay, well, that I wasn't thinking about that particular episode of my life, but that too. Um,
Richard
so
Dearden says it must
okay,
be message to what?
to look up to the clouds because there is messages up there too. Just need to look. Yeah, I mean, yes,
Yeah, I don't know if I showed you the picture or the deal that he sent me. He took a snapshot of the clouds,
yes, yes.
and that just totally like, whoa, wait a minute. Joe says no sound. Who doesn't have sound?
Okay, so is everybody hearing us, by the way, folks?
Yeah, can you guys hear us?
Joe has got no sound. I don't know to help you on that. I think we tested our sound before we started,
Can
so
everybody hear us okay?
Good. Okay. Please tell us if maybe Joe, if you're not hearing. Okay.
Yes, Dan says yes.
Okay. Joe, maybe you need to go out and come back in.
Yep.
That's all I can say.
Ruben, good morning, Ruben.
Okay.
Everybody says they can hear. That's got to
Okay.
be Joe's connection then.
Taking a little coffee break here, folks. This mug's for you. It's all about divine timing. Everything is divine timing if you're looking for it. Also, you need to look for it. And then there are confirmations of divine
You
timing.
know, honey, I don't want to freak you out or nothing, and I'm sure everybody can see this. You could get in a dark that goes in front of you and behind you, and then like a dark shadow thing, like,
Okay?
just so you know.
It's okay. Nothing weird's happening right now out here except that
Okay.
maybe.
I like what Mark says. Read that,
Mark,
honey.
okay, Mark says it's important to not push God's timing as he knows best. His time is perfect.
Yep.
Always. He knows what we don't. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And read Amanda's question.
Amanda has a question. I have a question for Roger. I've been studying tarot and doing free readings. Anyway, today I got a request to do 2 readings and they asked how much. I decided I'm ready to charge, so I gave them a price and they accepted. Of course. Is this okay? Of course.
You set your own limits of what you want. Let's put it this way. What is your time worth? It's not so much the reading, it's your time. Remember that.
So,
Yeah, see, Kathy says she sees it too.
yeah.
It's odd, but that's
And
you.
also, it might be just the lighting out here. Who knows? It could be as simple as that. I'm going to be okay, though.
Anyway, we're having fun. We're on New Orleans FM radio, and we invite those from New Orleans and the surrounding area that can hear my voice. We invite you to join us on our pages so you can ask any question you want. Just look up Roger Garza Sr., ROGERGARZA, and then put SR for senior. Or Latino Psychic Visions. I have that page also. So you can look us up there. Right on?
Yes, absolutely.
And ask whatever question.
As people are seeing shadows around me. Well, you know what?
See?
Before the show, we always pray, meditate, and I feel totally protected. I did my thing before the show, so look at that. I see it myself.
Back in the 50s, there used to be a show called The Shadow. And they would always say, who knows what lurks in the minds of evil men? The shadow knows.
Right. Kathy suggests that she thinks it's the window behind Faye. Clouds maybe causes the shadows. As simple as that. Yep. Let me take a look. Yeah, it goes from cloudy to sunshiny
No,
right now.
it's real sunshiny behind your head right now. Yeah. Well, I don't know what you want to do there, but that's okay. We're dealing with it.
We're dealing with it. So Kathy or Amanda said, "I loved you both on Paul's show." She laughed. It was crazy, crazy what happened, and I think we're going to try to have the show again, but hopefully it'll run a little more smoothly.
Yes, so we can tell everybody right now, Monday we are going to be on Laura Lee's show. Do you know when she comes on? Hello?
I'm working on that. I guess we'll have to notice it.
All right, so everybody knows we're going to be on Laura Lee's show. She invited us to be on.
It's on from 5 to 7 Central Time, so that would be starting at 6 o'clock Eastern Time.
Okay.
UK time. I can't do the math. I always get it wrong, so maybe Lynn can figure it out. Yeah, you guys
Just
are
figure 6 hours ahead.
Yeah.
So it'd be like 11 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah, so you guys in the UK might have to Stay up a bit.
GMT time.
Laura Lee is a fantastic reader herself, and
Yep.
her show is called The Angel Rock, and it's every Monday evening
And
for
then,
us.
well, Monday will probably be on Paul's show first. Reach Across. That comes on at 2 for us.
Hmm.
And we'll do Paul's show. We'll be watching.
We'll be
And then
watching.
Thursday, folks, Thursday, Paul wants us back on again on his show. So just so you know,
Well, he might change his mind between now and then. We don't know, but
it
we'll
sure
roll.
got crazy and it was a lot of
We'll roll
fun.
with it.
I never laughed so hard, I'll tell you, man.
Okay, so folks, you know, I just want to ask again, divine timing. That's our topic for today. Has anybody experienced divine timing? That in divine timing meaning something that was from the heavens above. Maybe you feel like your life was saved. Uh, perhaps you um, had to make a decision and you got a sign to make the right decision. Perhaps through divine timing, you were uh, taken out of a really bad situation and given to safety. Um, I can look again in my past, and I know that I had divine timing at least 3 times, and one of them I cannot tell you about, but it was phenomenal. Ch- Cheers! Let's all lift our mugs. Cheers to you folks. Cheers.
No, I better not do that.
So
Oh boy, that's good.
we can talk about our divine timing,
Right.
perhaps.
Number one, our divine time was our marriage. Perfect timing.
We were old a little bit. I was old. Okay.
Thank you.
We're actually the same age. We were classmates in high school.
Good morning, Tina.
And about, we got married 5 years ago.
Yep. So
And
it was 55 years later. We went to high school together, and it was 55 years later that I saw her again, and I told her, "You look the same as high school."
no, not in my mirror, but that was cool that he thought so. Have you checked your glasses, dear?
I have to go in for my 5-year examination. Oh Lord.
Don asks, have you looked into quantum dimensions and no time? That bent my head a bit. I have to be honest, Don. I have not checked into that. There's the other thing. I am reading nonstop everything I can get my hands on. I'm so happy to be retired and being able to check into things I wasn't had time for before. So, maybe I'll look into that too. But things that I am reading now are blowing my mind. And let me can I comment on something too? I know we have the show. Um, Kathy Hanley says, "Did you get my list?" We did, Kathy,
Yes, we
darling.
did. Thank you.
And the gift.
Yes, that
Thank
was
you.
very nice. Thank
That
you.
is sweet. And okay. So Faye, I see a red and orange color around you, and pink thought it, and it. Roger, I see a blue, green, and yellow around you. It feels good vibes. Cool. Okay, I would
Everybody,
like.
please make your statements short, okay?
Well,
Because
I
they're
can
too
read
big to
them.
read.
I can read. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, but we don't have all day.
Oh, that's nice.
I have a
Uh,
bus to catch.
okay, why don't you go get it now? Anyway, Amanda said, I had divine timing in Cornwall. There was a bad storm and a roof tile blew off and sliced through our car roof, which was a soft top car. Anyway, it went right between my 2 children. If it had gone one way or the other, they would have died. Absolutely. And so Dawn says, my husband and I were divine timing. We met at 15, got together at 27, and married at 29. Timing was perfect. We weren't ready before. Absolutely.
God's
Yes.
time.
And Dawn says we had lessons to learn before we were ready for each other. Exactly. That's exactly how it was for Roger and I as well. Um, we couldn't have got together at a more perfect time.
Yep.
We both had gone through some stuff in our lives, and I think if we had got together before then, it wouldn't have worked perhaps because we hadn't experienced what we had to experience, you know? So thankfully, we both are here to remember and appreciate it and maybe share with you a little bit. It's really cool. Thank you.
But do you remember, honey, when I told you, oh, by the way, I'm a psychic medium?
Oh, yeah.
The look on your face was like, yeah.
Well, it was a little shocking because I mean, my experience with psychic mediums, it was absolutely zero. Zero.
$1.99 a minute.
Yeah. Well, I never did it. I felt like it was maybe touching upon the dark side. Okay, so I had to really research it myself before we got married, feel good about it, and then after many hours of talking with you and everything, I started to feel more comfortable and understanding that you were not, it wasn't a gift from anything but God above.
Yep.
Absolutely. And now we get to meet these fantastic people who share the same gift in different levels, and people who are viewing us today have the gift. Our friendships continue to grow. I am amazed by their talents and what they bring to the plate. I cannot think of anything other than it is the best thing. Hi, Mary Erickson.
Remember
And
one thing, folks. It's
mhm.
always God's will, God's time. Nothing else is different.
And so we all have our own belief system. Folks might not have, well, I think we believe in God and the great being or the universe, or, you know, we could bring it all in. It could be, it might be called something else. To us, it's God.
Yep.
Okay. To us, it's God. Everyone else has their own belief system, coming from different backgrounds, whatever. So I'm glad you shared the show. Oh, that was another thing we forgot to mention. If you would please, please share the show with your folks, your friends,
Your
your uh,
groups.
your family, your groups. Get the word out there. We would really appreciate it. It's fantastic that we have you folks with us today, and I have a great feeling it's because somebody shared the show with you. Absolutely.
Read what Kelly put.
All right, Kelly says, last night when I was getting ready for bed, my TV and lights kept turning on by themselves. Okay.
Dun, 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 dun,
And,
dun.
you know, other than maybe it being a short in the system, you know, it's, it could be
That's the
that.
first thing I go to. Where's it plugged in? Number one.
Yeah.
Number two, is it on a power strip? Is your power strip bad? What? Go back and check your
Make
plugs.
sure, make sure before and I'm not suggesting at all, Kelly, that I don't believe that. I mean, if you feel that's what it is, that's what it is. But we go through all of that. We check our fuse box, we check the lights, the connection, everything, because we have to. I mean, look what we do every single Wednesday night and Saturday morning. Um, Thank you, Amanda, for sharing. Thank you.
Yep.
And thank you, Mary, for sharing.
And Tina and
And Kathy,
Kathy
thank you. Tina
and
and Rachel,
Rachel.
fantastic. That's
See,
absolutely
did you see
wonderful.
what Don put?
Don says, I believe in a source, not an old man in the sky with a long gray beard. Fantastic. Mike, our God is our
He
God, my God.
shaved.
Oh, he shaved.
Yeah, he shaved like me.
Okay.
So
Well, yeah, I came from the beginnings of belief system where the God had the the beard and everything, but now it's more than that. It's way more than that. And
right, Mary, I like that. That is
Mary Erickson says would like to wish a happy 90th birthday to Roger's fellow musician, uh, Willie Nelson. Absolutely, happy birthday, Willie.
in the little story when I met Willie was he came into the store. I was working at a music store down in Austin, Texas, called Picker's Paradise, and Willie came into the store with his band, They climbed out of a 78 blue T-Bird, the Ford Thunderbirds, the car, and they all climbed out of it in a van. And they came in, and I looked, and I go, well, who are these guys? And then this old guy came in wearing a red bandana, wearing a, what's the name of that bourbon? That, the drink?
The bourbon,
Yeah.
Jack Daniels.
Yeah, had a Jack Daniels sleeveless shirt on with skinny arms, and he had swimming trunks on that were the flag of Texas with flip flops. And I'm going, who in the hell is that, And then the keyboard guy, Jack, came behind me, and he goes, give these guys everything they want at cost. And I said, why? Who are these guys? He goes, that's Willie Nelson and his band. I went, oh, okay. So Mickey, the harmonica player, I sold him 3 harmonicas. And that's, then I shook Willie's hand and I told him about, I used to play for a guy named Steve Jordan. And Steve told me, if anybody in the music field that you meet, he said, meet Willie Nelson. He said, he's the coolest guy.
And he is the coolest guy.
Yeah, he is. He really is.
Talk about being low key, huh? Talk about being not, showy and, kind of invisible. He could have been.
Well, he could have came in and forced his way in, like,
Yeah.
no.
Right, I'm Willie
But
Nelson.
he just sat back, watching everybody, and of course back out in the truck.
Okay, shh.
Well, that's Willie.
That was
Everybody
Willie.
knows that's Willie.
Yeah.
And then Flacco told me he was on the bus with Willie. They had a good old time talking and drinking beer, and he said Willie smoked all the time he was there, so, which is okay. That's Willie. I mean, everybody knows it. In fact, he even wrote a song with Merle Haggard about that. Well, the hobo's going to pot, whether we like it or not.
Mary says, but he knew Freddie Fender. Yep, I'm pretty sure he did,
Yep.
Willie.
Oh, yeah. They all know each other. The thing is, folks, I was very blessed to meet a lot of these stars that we look up to, per se. And me, when I was standing there next to them, they all said the same thing. We're all in this together, and we're all just trying to make a buck like everyone else. And that's what it was.
It was.
Freddie said it the best. He said, Primo, he says, all I am is just like you. He goes, I made it. Somebody, bless the Lord, and they blessed me. He goes, and I made it, and I made a lot of money. He said, but I'm like you. He said, I'm here doing this gig with you guys right now to make money. And that's what it was about. Hello, Christine. Good morning. There was just so many artists, per se, that when you really get to know them, man, they're cool people. They really are. Obviously they have to put on this front that, can I get your autograph? Can I take a picture? I ended up doing the same thing. A lot of people asked for my autograph. A lot of people took pictures with me and everything. And I just said, I don't know why you want this, but yeah, let's go, okay? So we took pictures, and they said, for the memory. I said, okay, cool. So I never acted like I was better than anybody else. And there are a lot of people in the industry that are like that. But I would always say, you people make us who we are. If it weren't for you, we wouldn't be here. Same thing with the show. If it were not for you people coming on the show, there would be no show. So Faye and I are very grateful to you folks. And I know the FM station is very grateful also. And y'all know that I can sing, speak Spanish, and play music. I got to play tomorrow, in fact. So I just keep going till the good Lord puts me down and says, nope, that's enough. So I'm just going to keep on trucking away, as they say. So I got to say real quick, the call letters, Just want to remind you folks, we are brought to you live by the United Public Radio Network and the UFO Paranormal Radio Network, 105.3 and 107.7 FM in the beautiful downtown New Orleans. And I want to say it in Spanish. Get this one. Estamos vivos aquí en el canal de Unido Público Radio, and I don't know how to say network, y el UFO Paranormal Radio Network es 105.3 y 107.7 en el FM canal de New Orleans, ¿ok? Y si acaso necesitan mi ayuda, por favor de llamarme por teléfono. El área es 715-688-4091. Una vez más, 715 es el área, 688-4091. ¿Ok? Soy un psíquico clarividente por 19 años y más. Okay, where's our phone number in that?
Oh, I don't think it's, I'm going to have to post it. I just shared our link to the Facebook,
Okay.
our Latino Psychic Visions Facebook.
And I want to say good morning to Anne-Marie Bethencourt. Good morning. To Decky. Hello, Decky. Good to see you, dear. And you changed that picture back again, Decky. I'm going to put you in timeout. Vanessa, good afternoon, Vanessa, all the way in España. I don't know if you know, you're not in España anymore, are you, Vanessa?
So Paul Francis is trying to find our show. I'm getting a message from him on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
But he's having trouble locating us. Maybe Lynn, I don't know if you can help out at all. I just posted it on Facebook, Latino Psychic Visions, and he's having trouble. I don't know how to help him any more than I already have.
Flaca says she was listening to KDA Radio 1540 AM in San Antonio, and they were talking about our show. Flaca, we put a commercial on that show, and it ran for 2 weeks. So that's why you heard it. My buddy Roy Pañawa that used to play bass with us when I was with Flaco Jimenez, he's the one that put it on there for us. Vanessa says the lady she cares for is 100 Wednesday.
Wow.
Well, that's a blessed life. It really is.
Okay.
But honey, you posted the phone number, and that's for the people that are watching the show, and I'm sure they know it already. But we're trying to get new people on from New Orleans if we could, so that they can park their car and go inside and jump on a computer and look up Roger Garza Sr. or Latino Psychic Visions with an S. And get on that and come and ask whatever you want to ask.
Okay. I'm trying to help Paul too here.
Okay, you help Paul and I'll keep the show going. And
Yes, please.
I'm making bacon and eggs right now with hash browns. Danny. But here we are today. You know, we do a show on Saturday at 10:30 in the morning, Central Standard Time. And then we go and watch other shows, like we watched Paul's show on Monday, Reach Across. Okay? We watch that one, and that comes on at 2 o'clock for us, Central Standard Time. And then we watch the Thursday show, Spirit Quest. And that one's on Thursday, and that comes on at 3 o'clock for us, Central Standard Time. But this Monday, we're going to be on Paul's show watching it only. We're going to sit back and watch the show. And then we're going to be on Laura Lee's show, which is called, honey, again?
It,
Ebony.
it's called Angels Rock, and I have to go back. Okay, I'm multitasking. Woohoo! Just a
Yeah,
second.
Amanda, Spirit Quest, when we did Spirit Quest with Paul, man, I just laughing and laughing and everything was going wrong, and it was so fun. And it's good when things go wrong like that. I mean, it's not good, but it just went so good because it was just all like meant to be or something. I don't know if the spirits got in the way and changed things for Paul or what the deal
I
was.
don't know. Laura Lee's show is called The Angel Rock. It's on Monday nights, and it's
Okay.
from 5 to 7 Central Time. That would be 4 to 6 Eastern Time. So we will be on Monday night, and we are really excited about it. And
What
I
time
know
did you say it was on for Central?
for
For
the
us?
it is on at 5 o'clock. Five
Okay,
o'clock
so it's
Monday,
5 to 6?
5 to 7. It's
5 to
2 hours.
7. Okay,
Hmm.
then over on the eastern coast, it
Hmm.
would be 6 to 8.
Exactly. What did I say? Something
You
wrong?
said 4 to something.
Oh, I always get mixed up. So sorry. Yeah. Don't listen to me when I go to Eastern time.
Okay, good night.
Good night. I'll go take a nap now.
Thank you.
Yeah. Uh, well, I'm typing and
We want to
talking
say
at the same
happy
time.
birthday to Irene in the UK that celebrated a birthday Wednesday. She was 100 years old. Happy birthday, Irene.
Definitely. Happy birthday, Irene.
To reach 100, I mean, that's God's gift. That is truly a gift from God.
Hmm.
Or the source that Dawn was talking about. So, now we are going to be on, a reminder again, Thursday for Spirit Quest. Paul wants us back on again. So, God willing, we'll be doing that one again after we do our show on Wednesday. Now, folks, we are on a new time on Wednesday for Latino Psychic Visions. We are on at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 to 6:30. No, 4 to 5:30 on Wednesday. And then after that, I think it's Michelle's show, right? Isn't it?
Right. Yeah, Michelle's right after us with the Outer Realm.
Yeah, the Outer
Yes.
Realm.
On the same network here as we are
Right.
speaking. Yep.
Just no touch
UPRN.
of the dial.
Yeah. Stay with us or stay with her. She's got a fantastic, always has a fantastic show. Always has very interesting people on it, and learn a lot from her too. That's the other thing.
Doreen McAvoy's with us. Good afternoon, Doreen. And she says, I've been missing you for a while. Yes, you have. And you don't know what you missed. You missed seeing this pretty mug. No.
Yeah.
But we're doing okay. Thank the Lord. We're doing real good.
So Kathy says, "Wow, the spirits are going to have fun with you guys again on Monday." I know. We don't know.
But
We
see,
have to
we're just
roll.
going to watch. Oh, that no, for Lorley's show, yes.
Right. We gotta.
You
We
never
just.
know what the spirits might unplug or plug in, right, honey?
We never know.
Or shut off lights.
Well, at one
No,
point.
don't do that, you guys.
Well, no. Well, we were on the show. You missed if you didn't see it. It was quite hysterical. I mean, at the very end, it was like Paul talking to us from above, and it was just Roger and I uh, there.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? That
It
was so
was
funny,
it was
man.
really quite an experience. So anyway, okay. I
So
don't know
what do
else
we
to
do?
tell you. I don't know. What are we gonna say?
Okay, but please watch us on Monday. We'll be sitting in the bleachers per se, watching Paul's show, and then we're gonna go to Laurel's show. We'll be on live, at 5 o'clock our time, okay? Central Standard Time, which would be 6 o'clock Eastern. GMT time, I think it's like 11 o'clock in the evening or at night. So if you want to watch, we'll be on
So
so many
Dorina is
shows.
saying, Dorina said, well, I've tried the 3/4 glass of water at night to help sleep, and yes, it helps, and she's still doing it.
Good.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So why don't you explain what that is, honey?
Well, when those that are like restless at night and you cannot get any sleep, in fact, I told you, reminded you again on, and you finally went to sleep.
Exactly.
You got to take a glass, an empty glass with no markings on the glass, and you fill it up 3/4 of the way with water. Put it on the nightstand by your head, and trust me, you will sleep.
So today's topic is divine timing. Mary Erickson asked what the topic is today. It's divine timing. If you've had a divine timing event in your life, have, and you can look back in your life and see something that was done for you or protected you, let us know.
I have to say, give a good shout out to a very good friend of mine, Angie Mendoza from San Antonio, Texas. Hello, Ange.
Wow,
Been a
good,
while.
good to see you today. Thanks for stopping by.
Holly's here again. That
Awesome.
Holly, she's always coming through the back door. I tell you, close the door.
And so Dan Lopez also practices the water glass as well. It helps him sleep. It feels good when he wakes up.
Angie,
Yep,
we love you too, dear.
absolutely. And Mary Erickson says it does work. My kitty thinks some of the water's for her. Oh, I know. It's not good to drink it yourselves, folks, because
Yes, understand this, folks. In the morning, when you're done with it, it's to keep away evil. Like if something's attacking you or whatever, it's to make the evil go to the glass of water. In the morning, do not drink it. Throw it in the toilet. Throw it in the sink. Okay. And then when you go to sleep the next night, do the same thing and just repeatedly over and over and over. You'll sleep good.
so for the water for me, it's like I wake up and can't go to sleep because my brain just keeps on rolling, or it's I can't settle my thoughts. So I put that glass of water 3/4 full. It's a glass. It's a clear glass of water, fresh water every night, just to, and it really, it works for me.
Yeah,
It works.
because Faye would sit there in bed and go, lions and tigers and
Oh, I would
bears,
not.
oh my.
No, I don't do that. It's not that I'm fearful. It's that it's my thoughts. It's my, I can't stop thinking.
Well, you got to give your body a rest, and that's how you do it mentally. Is put the
Hmm.
water. It helps.
So Dan Lopez mentions that he does the coconut under the bed. He's going to replace it tomorrow. Do you
Wow,
want to
30
talk
days
about the?
gone by already.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's another thing, folks. I have my good buddy Danny. I told him, I said, stick a coconut, grab a coconut. Okay, go to the store, buy a coconut, shake it, and make sure it's got a lot of uh, we call it milk because there's coconut milk.
Yeah.
So make sure it's got a lot of it. Stick it under your bed for 30 days. Before you go to pull the old one out, put the new one in, get a glove or a towel, face towel or whatever, and grab the old one. Don't touch it. Take it outside of your house and throw it in the trash. Okay? So that when they go to if anybody sends any harm to you, bad vibes, whatever, it'll go to the water that you have by your head. It will also go to the coconut. Peach Ann! Hello, Peach
Hi,
Ann. Good to see
Pecan.
you, dear.
So, I mean, me who is a little skeptic, I'm a skeptic person. So I said, okay, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try what he says. He must know what he's talking about. So I did it, and it has helped me.
Yep.
Definitely, because I can't stop my thoughts. And Mary Erickson says the same with her as well. Lynn is saying that she's had some very strange dreams these last few nights.
She needs to do the water.
Maybe do the water. I mean, just do the water and just check it out. There's no harm
It's
in it.
not going to hurt you.
No. And but I also just put it down on the side of the bed to say, okay, do your work. I'm open to that. Okay, so Dan mentions make sure you take the old one out before you put the old one, or take the old one out before you put the new one in. The
No, it's backwards. You put the new one in first, then you take the old one
Oh, I'm
out.
sorry. He said it right. I said it wrong.
Hello, are you dyslexic or what?
I might be. And so what? And so what? What are you
Lisa
trying to say?
Cantu, hello, good morning. And some what?
Lynn says I always have water at my bedside table every night. And make sure you don't drink it if it's for the purpose of
Right,
protecting.
keep it up by your head on the nightstand.
Yeah.
Read what Kathy says, honey.
Kathy says, are some of your remedies Mexican or indigenous practices? Good question.
Both.
Yes.
They are both because I am both.
Yes. A lot of things that come to the plate, I'll say plate, when Roger speaks to me about some of these things I have never heard before. But many people have been doing it for many years, many decades. So I can't argue with him. I'm not arguing. I will never argue with him on those things. No.
If you all recall, during COVID, I told you if you cough a lot, take a half a spoon of salt and swallow it, along with a couple of real fast sips of water. I said to help it go down. I said it will make you stop coughing. Now that one I got from my great great grandma, because she said in the old days the native people would carry a pouch of salt, and whenever they were sweating or whatever, or they had a long journey to go, they would take the salt. It would help them sweat. Plus,
So
if they were sick and they had what we call gripa, okay, that's like mucus inside, they would take the salt and it would loosen it up. It's like throwing salt on ice. Same thing.
sure. Lynn says it is by my head. I always have crystals there too. Fantastic.
Look what Mark put.
And Mark also is asking, what about the lemon? There's
The
that too.
lemon, there's a remedy for. I'm giving away all my stuff.
Well,
But
do.
there also is a cure that you use for lemons too.
And Amanda's asking, what about a toss? Do you know what that is all about? I'm not
A
sure.
what?
A toss. TOSS. I'm not familiar with that.
Where do you see that? I don't see that.
Amanda Ward, what about a toss? TOSS.
Well, I don't know what a toss is. No.
Mm-mm. Janine says, I have 6 dream catchers above my bed and I don't have bad dreams anymore.
You don't need that many. You only need one. Now look what Flacca put.
Flocka says, one of a dearest friend gave me a Saint Benedict.
Right. And
Yeah.
Saint Benedict is to ward off the evil. He's one of the fighters for you. I have my under mine right now.
And so Dawn is saying, I swear by salt and colloidal silver spray. So I'm not familiar with that. So that's something I might need to take a
Oh,
look at.
now I see what Amanda put. It's not toss, it's atos.
Oh, okay. Maybe there
You
was some.
forgot the A. Atos. That's a
Oh,
cough, yes.
okay. And so, well, we seem to be going into protection today. That seems to be the topic. That's okay. Um, so Kathy says, I heard if you wear a small pouch of salt around your neck, it protects you.
Yes. Why do you think they tell you if you go to somebody for protection to take sea salt and sprinkle it all around your house? It wards out the evil.
Okay, so
This could be another show.
well, it's okay because you know what? This is a conversation and it's all about you guys. It's
But we're
all about
talking about divine intervention,
timing,
or
divine timing.
yeah.
Okay. Um, and Doreen is asking, what do you mean by divine? As I'm unsure, I've had dreams and they have unsettled me. Well, divine timing is when you're being guided, when things are happening for you, when you feel something kind of absolutely, I feel positive in your life, and that you couldn't possibly have done it yourself without guidance or intervention. I That's what I'm calling divine timing. I'm hoping I'm on the right track.
I have to ask P-Chan this. P-Chan, by chance, do you have a pig for a pet or something? Because this is the second time you mentioned a pig.
So Don suggests Epsom salts in the bath literally wash off the negative and goes down the plug hole.
Yes, it does. And they also tell you if you want to, you could shower with sea salt. Just before you take a shower. Dry, okay? You put it on you and you rub yourself all off and let it sit for a while and then you rinse it out. That's to also keep the negative and the evil away. Flanka, you're right. The devil never sleeps. Nope. Has no reason to. He's out trying to get more souls.
Well, and then there's some folks who do not believe in the devil, and that's okay, actually, for me. Okay? I'm putting out there.
Well, they better to me. I
Oh,
mean,
well,
I do.
we
I
can
know
have our,
there's
and
good
you
and
know what? It's
evil.
funny, folks. Roger and I have differences of opinion on that.
Yep.
Okay?
I make her sit out in the porch until she's ready to until she's ready to see it my way. Then she can come in the
No.
house.
Uh-uh. No. I'm over that devil thing.
Yes, Ann Peterson says my mom always throws salt over. It's supposed to be the left shoulder. Okay, that's an old superstitious thing, but I will go with it. And
So,
also, sugar is supposed to go down, like you scoop it up and then you put it with water down the drain.
Don says he doesn't sleep, but he knows he's got his work cut out for him when I'm awake. That's what
There you
Don says.
go. That's good. Everybody should have the same attitude. It's
And
like the devil saying, "Uh oh, she's awake."
uh-oh, go away.
Keep going, honey. Keep reading.
Okay. Mary says the sea salt would be a great exfoliant as well for your skin. Yeah, absolutely it is. And Lynn Fern says, or there's the golden shower that Paul talks about. I don't know about that, but I'm going to look into that. So it's probably in his book. Why didn't I see that? Okay.
Okay, I'm reading what P. Chan says.
Pichan is says hi. She dreams. Is that the
Yeah, about her dream.
her dream? She
No
dreams.
other person
Oh,
do, and there are giving me on goats. I don't understand that. PJ, can you rewrite that? I I don't know what to tell you on that. I mean, you say you just leave them. Yeah, I would too. Let's. There's an old saying that this is an old saying. Okay, I think it was Benjamin Franklin once again that said this one. It is better to have keep your mouth closed and have people think that you're crazy than to open it and remove all doubt.
mhm.
Okay?
It's Lynn says it is in his book. It is for protection. Thank you, Lynn. I guess I better read it again. I was, in fact, reading it now. Um, oh boy.
Who's calling the office?
Let me just,
Sorry about that, folks. This is live. We didn't know that we would get a call here at the
hello.
office while
Hello,
we're doing the show.
this is Latino Psychic Visions. Who am I speaking with?
So the devil created it by
Okay.
religion to
We
control
are in a show
people
right now, and I'm
by
online on a show.
instilling.
You got
Yes,
some
he
business?
instilled a lot of fear, and like he said, "You better come with me. If not, you're going to go to da 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 da." You know, yes. But of
Absolutely. I
course, we
can
can't say
schedule that for
exactly what he
you.
said
But
because
as
we
I said,
weren't
we're
there.
online doing a podcast right now.
Okay.
Uh,
Barry Erickson, I
well,
like
I'm
what you
sorry,
say
but
there.
we're showing
I
up
believe the devil
on
comes in
Facebook right
all
now, and I
forms of
can't.
evil
So,
people, such as
so
Hitler, Putin. Yes, ma'am.
well, yes.
Whoever it is, tell him we'll call him back.
I think you need to just go somewhere else. Okay. Thank you. It was a prank call.
Okay. Just let it go, honey. Let's see. I'm going to read what Pete said. I don't have any for myself, but other person. Just ignore him, Pete Chan. That's all you can do. That's your best defense. Is just ignore them. Walk away. Don't even give them energy. Just say, I'm sorry you feel the way you do. God bless you. Bye. That's all. Because there's no sense in lowering yourself down to their level and being a crazy too. The thing we have in Spanish, we always say this. Mejor un loco que dos, which means it's better to have one crazy than two. Yes, Flaca, praying is very good. Don't let that call get to you, honey. You want to keep going?
So, so Dawn is explaining that she has heard Paul talk about that golden light shower of protection. It's a visualization exercise for protection. And Doreen is saying, I have a lot going around in my head at this present time. I'm finding it very hard to get myself in a place I'd like to be, and the future doesn't look good from my point of view. Well, Doreen, I'm. Can I just say something? Um, what really helps me is meditation. And Paul Francis has meditation online, and it's under YouTube, Paul Francis, and go to Moments, Moments. There is fantastic help for protection for many things. So if you are having trouble, like I understand that. For me, either meditation, or if that doesn't isn't your bag, prayer. Absolutely prayer.
Okay. We are coming to you live. This Mug's for you. We are coming to you live on the United Public Radio Network and the UFO Paranormal Radio Network, 105.3 FM and 107.7 FM in the beautiful town of New Orleans. And we thank the New Orleans people down there for listening to us. This show is called This Mug's for You, meaning a coffee mug. My wife, Faye, and myself, I'm Roger, and we're the Garzas. We do our show every Saturday morning at 10:30 in the morning, Central Standard Time. And we do our show on Wednesday night, or Wednesday afternoon now. I was going to say the night one. We do our shows Wednesday afternoon at 4 p.m. until 5:30. Okay?
Yep.
Tell all your friends about us. I am here, as we call it, Latino Psychic Visions. I'm here to bring the Latino end of it. Not because I'm favoring Latinos. No, I'm a Latino myself. I'm bilingual, so I speak Spanish, I read Spanish, I sing it. I played for a lot of Mexican bands, played for some big people. Um, I've also played, if you ever want to see me next to Freddie Fender, look up Freddie Fender with the DDY, Freddie with the DDY, Freddie Fender and Roger Rabbit Garza, and you'll see me playing guitar next to Freddie. Okay?
So I'm going to let me say a couple things here. Mary Erickson is saying, I learned other forms of religion have similar names for God. The best I am comfortable with is one, a great friend, a Sioux friend, who taught me Creator. And
Yes,
so
and Mother Earth.
that's awesome. And Doreen says, thank you. My daughter, Leona McAvoy, has been in touch and watches Paul on YouTube. And so Lynn also mentions that his the Moments series is on his channel, Paul Francis Medium. There are 16 episodes, each with their own meditation uh, pertaining to the topic each episode. These are wonderful and absolutely, Lynn. I am discovering them now that I have a little more time on my hands. I wish I would have done it long ago. And Kathy suggests try grounding yourself for these, try grounding yourself. If you have grass around you, go barefoot in the grass for 20 minutes and close your eyes and just listen to the sounds around you. Exactly, exactly.
Another thing, folks, this might sound crazy, and people in the neighborhood will probably think you're crazy, but go and hug a tree. You get energy out of a tree. And people will say, what does that guy do with that tree? He's hugging a tree. What are you trying to do with that?
You can also
You're
sit up
getting
against it.
energy.
If you don't want to hug it, you can sit up against it and get the
Yeah?
same
You can
stuff
do
going
that?
on. And actually, I read where uh, when you walk on grass, something scientific actually happens to you. It's a scientific thing where the molecules that have been dormant start to move in your body, and you start to feel the healing going through your body. And talking about mental healing, physical healing, it's getting your body rejuvenated. You can feel it go through your body.
I will say this, those that live in the South,
Hmm.
please be careful of fire ant little mounds. Make sure you don't walk into one of those. Boy,
No,
oh
don't do that.
boy.
No.
I've been
There.
bitten many a time.
So as far as uh, Lynn is also saying, there is a meditation called the clearing. It aligns your chakra points throughout your body. And Mary Erickson is saying most indigenous tribes are similar and their beliefs,
Yep.
and I follow most of their rituals. And okay, I am. Anne Marie says today I stopped at church and the priest's rosary broke. Knowing that I repair and make rosaries, he said, "Don't worry, I know someone who can repair it." Rosaries are known to be spiritual meditation. Absolutely.
Marie, I have a couple of rosaries that I want fixed.
Ah, so Dan asks, when you say walking on grass, do you have to do it barefoot? Yes, it helps.
Yes.
Yes.
Because you're grounding
Skin,
yourself, Danny.
skin to your, yeah, skin to grass.
Yep.
And Amanda says it's reflexology of bare feet on the ground. And Doreen says, I love to sit under a tree as my thoughts always go back to good times. Was never sure why. So Doreen, yeah, absolutely. I mean,
But
these
make
are,
sure you do not have any ticks after you sit there. Seriously.
well, I know.
And
Okay, we
Kathy
all
Hanley
do this.
says the red ant mounds. Yes. Do not get bit by a red ant because they truly, folks, if you believe this or not, they can eat you alive.
Right. Well, you have to think about what your environment is all about. Absolutely. Don't, I mean, we're not suggesting you put yourself in danger with red ants or anything like that, but you could just do it for a few minutes. You don't have to stay out there forever.
Right.
Um, and Mary Erickson says, I love walking barefoot outside. The grass feels good.
So let me say this, folks. I want to talk about what we do and all that stuff. I am a psychic medium of over 19 years now. We do these two shows, my wife and I, and let me tell you, you folks are right. I would be lost without her because she puts everything in perspective for me, and I tell everybody this. I'm just a psychic medium. I don't understand technology, the computers and all that stuff. I don't know nothing. I don't want to know nothing. Because the more that's in here, then I can't do what I do. All right? So if you need my help or you need to talk to my wife or whatever, call our phone number, which is 715-688-4091. Now let me say that I do readings over Facebook Messenger. Okay? That helps a lot. I don't have to be in your town unless you get a lot of people together, then we'll go to your town. But other than that, if you need my help at all, I do readings one-on-one, okay? And I do them for a half hour or an hour, whichever you choose. And my fee is $50 for a half hour, $80 for an hour. So just call the numbers that are there listed, 715-688-4091, or you can reach me on my Texas cell phone number, which is 210-875-4521.
Or you can messenger Roger on Facebook.
Yep.
And we can take it from there. That happens a lot. So Anne Marie says, I still can't figure out the sideburns guy who you spoke about. Well,
the guy with the sideburns, Anne Marie, you'll bump into him when you least expect it, okay? Remember, there's something about coins with you too, Anne Marie. Something regarding coins. Either someone asking you for change or somebody has change in their hand. I don't know if it's old coins or what, but I hear click, click, click like that. I reckon I better buckle down and do what I do, huh?
it might be nice.
Mary Erickson, I'm going to go to you first, dear. I don't know whether or not you had some kind of like a tooth pull or something. There's something regarding your jaw not lining up with your mouth. Or the bottom one and the top one are off. Because I hear something, or I don't hear so much the click, but what I hear is a stumble on words. Like you can't get the word out. And that scares me. And I'm going to tell you why. Because a long time ago, when I had my last stroke, I had that I couldn't say what I wanted to say. I would, and it wouldn't come out. So that scared me. And I'm going to tell you folks honestly right now, my wife doesn't even know this. I'm having trouble with my left side. Like it's going to sleep or it's falling. I can feel it. And I know she'll probably say, why didn't you tell me before? Why you gotta tell me on the show? But I want you folks to realize one thing. Do not ignore any of these signs. Okay? If the brain and the mouth don't compute, go to a doctor or the hospital right away. If you start talking gibberish, that's the sign of a stroke. Please go. If you do like I do, I was driving and all of a sudden I just went totally blind. It went back. I had a stroke. So, please do not ignore these signs, folks, alright? But getting back to Mary, it's like the words are, I don't know if it's a stumble on words, a stutter, or what, but the bottom jaw to me is not lining up with the top part of your mouth and the brain and all that. It's just not coming. It's like like that. And I'm sorry to pick on you, but it came out of you right away. How long between readings? Okay, that's a good question. I'm glad you asked that. When I do a reading for you folks, I would say wait at least 2 months at the, because in fact, even 3 months, because things don't change right away. I could give you something, you'll say, well, like Anne Marie says, it hasn't happened yet, the guy with the sideburns.
Or even if it's for Mary, maybe it's not happening. Is that true? Do you think that it could be something that she might want to watch?
It could happen for the future. If it
Right.
it's one thing that I always say, folks, I don't care where, I always say this. If it hasn't happened now, it will happen. I don't know when, and I don't know. How do I say that? Let's see. I only know that it will happen. If it hasn't happened now, it will happen later. I don't know exactly when, but it will happen.
And can I add something here? What Roger gets is sometimes sounds very raw and a kind of alarming, but what he hears is hearing from spirit, and it's not, and it's true.
Yep.
He never questions it, which was something I had to get used to.
No, because the spirits never lie to me.
Yes, they never lie. So if he's saying something to look for, watch for, be aware of, be aware of it. I mean, he did that for me. He did that for my sister. I poo-pooed it. Guess what? It was for real. All right? Just so you know.
Okay, look what Herbie put for Anne Marie. Her father had the sideburns.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Marcy. Good morning. Keep going, babe.
So, Doreen is asking, do you feel anything for me today? I'm feeling lost at this present time.
Who asked that? Doreen?
Doreen McAvoy.
Doreen, I don't know if it's the guy with the dark hair, the black hair. I'm going to say the thin guy. I don't know if he's in spirit. I feel he is. I don't know if this is your husband or a brother or something. But it's kind of a, not real tall, but 6 foot maybe, thin guy with black hair, big bunch right here. He's in your house right now. And let's see, where else did I see something? Lupita Prado, good morning. Oh, look what Lupita said. Read that, honey.
So Lupita says, I went to the doctor Friday and you were right. They didn't find anything. Everything was good. Thank you. So that's awesome. I
And she
know.
was so worried about that
Yeah.
they were going to fight. Nope.
So yeah, Dan says, don't know when or where.
That's what I meant to say, Danny.
Thank you. And Kathy says, many times Roger warned me of things and they all came true. Yeah. Um, I've learned to just trust what he says. I mean, it's not like he's God. He's not like creator,
No,
but he is a messenger.
I'm
Roger
just a
is a messenger,
servant. That's all I
and
am.
he considers himself a messenger or a servant, and is always humbled by what he gets. Basically, he's not feeling superior about it. He just knows he's in tune. Okay.
Now, over 19 years ago, I had a heart attack and a stroke. I passed over. I came back, and this is how I have my gift. we do these shows 2 times a week so that I can help people.
Mhm.
If I give you something, please heed the warning. Don't ignore it. It's not for my health, it's for yours. Look
Yep.
who's on the bottom, honey.
Okay. Oh,
Tanita!
hello, darling. Thank you. Saturday blessings says Tanya says, good morning, Roger and Mom. Saturday blessings to you. Thank you, dear darling Tanya. I'm glad you showed up. Thank you. It's great
Flocka
to
Flo,
see you.
I'm worried about your left ankle or twisting your foot. Be careful.
Okay,
Sorry,
so
honey.
Herbie says, in fact, Anne Marie's father had hair like Elvis. Wow.
What am I going to say?
I don't know. What can you say? So I just have to tell you that Paul has been communicating me with through Messenger, and he says he is driving now, and we'll try to get on if he gets home in time. So that's fantastic.
Okay, we
And
got to
that's
stop the show right now then so Paul
yeah,
can't get
let's
on.
postpone it. Okay, so Doreen McAvoy says no one 6 feet with dark
Honey,
hair.
that'll get even with Paul calling me an old geezer.
Okay, so Doreen says no one 6 feet with dark hair, but there is someone about 5 feet 6 inches who I've been thinking about quite a lot. What do you think about that?
Is he in spirit? Because I'm going to go with this guy in spirit. But he's not small. He's about my height or just an inch or two taller.
And you are 5, what, 10, 11?
I'm 5'10".
Okay. And so we have Joe here saying he's here. I hope you can hear us now, Joe.
Don't worry, Joe. If something comes out for you, I always say, if you're still on, boom.
Well, Dan, he does have YouTube, and actually everybody's helped him out. So,
Okay, Doreen says, yes, in spirit.
hmm
All right.
Okay.
This guy is around your house like he's a jokester. He likes to play games and he runs around you like this. Okay? Like if you're going to do something, he'll stand in front of you and do this.
And you're doing this for folks who are just
It
listening.
stops her from doing what she's going to do. And he gestures with his hands up side to side with her like, I'm in the way, you can't get past me.
Travis is still here. Hi, Travis. I don't think I said hello to you today. Thank you for joining us.
Travis, I get your lower back. And I'm going to go in the middle, going out to the left.
And Doreen says, yes, he was a joker.
Well, he's still around you, dear. This is his way of coming through to say, don't forget me. I'm still here.
Do you want me to say what Richard says?
Sure.
Richard is saying, I had a vision of a plane crash in an air show, not sure where, but might be in Michigan area. It was not like straight down. It was like an angle coming down. Wow.
Okay, Richard, the last time I did that, I had a dream about what they call a wing walker. And I said that the wing walker told the guy, the pilot, get me down, because it was a double wing plane, the old ones. And said, get me down, the cable broke and we're going to crash. So I didn't see the crash, but I woke up from it. The next day in Dayton, Ohio, a female wing walker and her pilot crashed and died.
Yeah. So sometimes what you see happens quite quickly, and sometimes what you see.
Well, how many times have I made predictions on the show,
It seems to happen within like 3 days.
Yeah.
It does.
And I don't want it to, but it
No.
does. And
Except the time when you told me about seeing, well, I'm not going to go there. I can't because we're.
You remember, honey, that's why we bought the map. So
Yes.
I could pinpoint things.
Right, it helps.
And Richard and I both saw an earthquake.
Yeah.
And it happened in New Zealand.
Yeah.
And I said, I wish I had a round globe so I could touch that to see where else it's going to hit, you know?
Okay, I'm gonna. So Travis says he's still having pain in his lower back.
Okay.
Cool.
Sorry to hear that,
Not
buddy.
cool. Not cool. Not cool.
Get somebody, Trav, get person to get Vicks and virgin olive oil and mix the two together and rub it where the pain is. Do not rub it off. Please understand, I'm not a doctor, but these are old native remedies, okay?
So I'm gonna skip to Peach Ann because she's asked this a couple times. Can energy change, Roger?
Yes. And a lot of times you can change it yourself.
How?
By, like, okay, I give people, forewarn people, okay? That is bad energy coming. If you go and heed the warning, you jump in front of bad energy and you stop it. That's my opinion of everything, okay?
Marissa
Hello,
says
Marissa.
she hasn't been here. Good morning. How are
Yep.
you? And I don't want to skip anybody. And Doreen says, I do always think this person is always looking out for me, and I always feel his presence along with another person.
That's why he's with you, dear. But he jokes with you just like, don't forget me, I'm still here. Like Kelly just said, I'm still here.
Hmm. And she says,
Kelly
Peaches
has
is
a chipped tooth. I just got it. Either you crack the tooth, you chip the tooth, or it's loose.
Amanda says because you get a change of guard when energy
Yep,
changes.
that's the proper way of saying it. Yes, I don't argue that, but you can change the outcome of a lot of things, folks. You can either sit back and let it happen, or you can change. And speaking of change, dear,
Yes.
we're about almost at that time. I want to thank everybody for letting me come into your hearts and into your homes. And we will be Monday on Laura Lee's show, honey. The name?
The angel. Oh, goodness. Hello, just a second. I keep missing the
Write it
name.
down. That's the best way because you could
Angel.
always. Huh?
It's called.
We will be on at 5 o'clock in the evening, afternoon, on Laura Lee's show, and it is called.
The Angel Rock with Laura Lee.
Okay.
Potvin, Potvin. And it also is through the same network as we are in. And it starts at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, Central Time,
Holy
uh,
moly!
and 6 o'clock Eastern Time. I got it right finally. It's called The Angel Rock.
Right, and we will be on Paul's show in the afternoon before that, just watching the
Just
show,
watching. Yep.
Reach Across Live, and then we're gonna do Wednesday show, our show at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which will be Latino Psychic Visions, okay, Central Standard Time, and then we are gonna watch The Outer Realm with
Hmm.
Michelle
Yes.
and Amelia, watching that. And that comes on, I believe it's right after our show, like an hour or two afterwards.
Yeah. Might not even be that long. I'm not really.
And then Thursday, we will be on Paul's show once again. We're going to be on again in the
Or he might
afternoon.
change his mind because of last time. I'm not sure.
Well, he liked us on there.
He liked us?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
He said, I don't know what it is, Roger, but I like you.
I feel the same way.
So we'll be on that show at 3 o'clock our time, Central Standard Time. And then I believe that Michelle is on again, correct?
Uh-huh, exactly. On the outer realm.
Right. And also, like I did Thursday, what I was doing was I was on the Outer Realm, and then I would switch over to my friend Gina
Gina.
Bankston and Mama D watching the Fox Den. So I kept going back and forth, back
Thursday
and
night
forth.
is jam-packed filled
Yep.
with fantastic paranormal and shows like this. It's fantastic.
So, we got to get out of here. We are at that time. And we want to thank everybody for tuning in today. If you have any questions or you need to get a hold of me, please call area code 715-688-4091. That's our office. We are here from 11 in the morning until 6 o'clock at night, Monday through Friday. Saturday, we are here at 10 o'clock until 4. I will be here till 4 in the afternoon. Now, also we want to remind you folks that you can call me on my cell phone if it's an emergency. That's 210-875-4521. And I do speak Spanish, so si hablo español, si acaso me necesitan, habla por favor el teléfono de 210-875-4521. Okay? Que Dios me lo bendiga a todos. God bless you all and thank you for watching. And as we say every show, honey, love everyone you can on this earth right now. Okay? Because it says right here, why, hon? Because love is life, and life is love. We'll see you Monday on Paul's show, Reach Across Live. Take care of yourself. Have a great rest of your weekend. Tomorrow I got to play at the American Legion on Arcade in St. Paul. And we'll see you guys then, okay?
Yeah, tight as can be.
Hostile burritos, which means hasta la vista. Bye, and Lord Lee, thank you.